Hi, everybody. Robin Jones, Chair of ROMA. And today my guest is Stéphane Amar Chabot. And we're going to have a bit of a discussion on an issue that many of you know a lot about, particularly in rural Ontario. And these are the challenges that we're having in relation to the Drainage Act with CN, CP, and Via Rail. One of the reasons we're doing this recording is we are also hosting an event at the AMO conference on the Monday night. But Stéphane's going to walk through the issue that we are dealing with. We're calling it Trains and Drains. And so what's Trains and Drains all about, and why are we here to talk about it?
This issue has been simmering for probably about a year and a half, 2 years in a lot of municipalities. Essentially, the railways are taking the position that they are not subject to the Drainage Act after respecting it for about 100 years. And they're using, frankly, a bogus constitutional argument to do this. And we're at the stage now where we have to call them out on it. And that is what municipalities are gearing up to do under ROMA's leadership.
So part of what we're doing today and part of the meeting that we're going to have at AMO on the Monday night at 6 o'clock is to really collect a lot more information. So we want to be able to go to court and say, it's not just Chatham-Kent, it's all these others as well. And you are certainly prepared on behalf of ROMA to look at those cases and to work with their legal staff.
So we have over 30 municipalities so far that are reporting issues on non-payment by the railways or refusing access to do some of the essential drainage work. And this is affecting, so obviously, municipal finances and operations and the ability to make sure that the land continues to serve the community. What we're doing right now is, in fact, opening up two fronts. One, CN has filed an application with the Canadian Transportation Agency with a fight at Sarnia. So ROMA is intervening there to defend the municipal perspective on this. And the other key thing is ROMA's coordinating the response of those 30 plus municipalities with Chatham-Kent, in fact, leading the way with ROMA to call out essentially the bullying by the railways by starting a court process.
Because the way we understand it at ROMA is this is a constitutional issue. And CN asking the Canadian Transport Agency to really adjudicate on what apportionment CN should pay to Sarnia. And our belief is that is not the role of the Canadian Transportation Agency, but it's in court. So could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so the position that the railways are taking is essentially that they are immune because they're federal and that somehow the Constitution protects them from the Drainage Act. Well, that's not how the Constitution works. And the problem is for small municipalities, how do you call them out on that? When the railway says, I'm not going to pay you because I'm immune somehow, how does a small town or a township fight back? We know that when the time comes, the Attorney General, the province, is supportive as well of protecting the Drainage Act, and they're going to be there too when the time comes.
So let's pull a few threads together. We know that in the last couple of years, CN, CP, and now Via Rail have changed how they approach these issues. We know that they are wealthy companies, $80, $70 billion. We also know that from a municipal property tax perspective, that in many of the rural municipalities, a 1% property increase will only bring in $10,000 or $12,000 to the Treasury. So this is a call to action again. We are asking people who have these challenges, municipalities that have these challenges, to join us at AMO at 6 o'clock. Stéphane will be there. We can't solve this on our own. We really need a united front. So Stéphane, thank you for being here with me today. And I look forward to being with you in London. And we invite you to join us as well. That's all for now. Be safe.